Hello, I'm Bobby Hartzog from Smart. Excited to be with you today to talk about the evolution of our interactive displays, the V3 version of both the 6000S and the MX series interactive display panels from Smart. We've got some great new features. On the 6000S, we've got up to 40 points of touch now. Both the MX and the 6000S get an upgrade to Android 9. Really excited about that. We've also got some USB-C port improvements. The MX gets a new USB-C port, so one more. The 6000S gets some more power to those USB-C ports. Really excited about that as well. Finally, with the MX, we've got the zero bonded glass. Gives us a better ink and image quality, so the more precision inking, better image quality. Also makes for a little bit lighter of a product. We've also got some other great new features. We're excited to share them with you today. Let's take a closer look. One of the great new features coming to the 6000S and MX V3 interactive displays is a new screen mirroring option we call Smart Mirror. So you access it the same way that you do on our existing panels through a share button. Now there's three ways to connect with Smart Mirror. You can connect natively. So if you've got an iPad, you can screen mirror from the iPad. You can connect via an app, a Smart Mirror app, or you can connect via the web. So you can go to this website here and connect that way. I'm gonna show you right now. I've got my iPad here. I've got a YouTube video playing here with our wolves and our elk. You can hear the sound coming from the video as well. Really cool new feature. Another great feature when you have a single device connected is the ability to annotate on that device. So I can select the pen tool here and I can draw my student's attention to the elk in the image. If you don't want to show just one student device though, this is another exciting new feature of the Smart Mirror application. You do have the option to go into a grid view. So you can see I've got quite a few devices connected. You can see that on one iPad, we're looking at the Falklands wolf. We're talking about 7 wonders of the world. I'm gonna check in here on the person working on the argumentative essay. I can have them share with the class what they're working on. So lots of really great possibilities with this ability to see different devices all at the same time through Smart Mirror. The really great thing too about Smart Mirror is it gives you the ability to multitask. So as the teacher, if I need to go out and do some explaining to my students and I want to do some more instruction, I can press the home button, it'll take me back out here, but as soon as I go back to screen sharing, I'm still right where I was. I haven't disconnected any of my students. Really big and powerful thing is touchback, and we give you touchback capabilities on Windows and Mac devices through the Smart Mirror app. So I'm gonna connect to Catherine and invite her to present. She's gonna share her screen. As she shares her screen, you see the PowerPoint that she was sharing earlier is up here. Now I have the ability to navigate to different pages. I don't have to stay on the screen that she's sharing. I could jump over to her browser, and she's on smarttech.com right now. So maybe I wanna look at some smart boards for education. I can click on that. It's gonna bring me to this Smartboard Interactive Displays page. I can use a pen and actually ink on this page. Smart Mirror, again, it's the screen sharing application within Smart IQ. We're really excited about this super powerful tool. Another great new feature of the 6000S V3 interactive display, this actual panel right here, is the integrated microarray. So you'll notice these 4 dots up in the corner of the bezel. That's our integrated microphone array. This is high quality audio so that learning can happen anywhere. Teachers can connect to this microphone array to students that are learning remotely, and they can also use this to record lessons for review later. One of the really powerful things about this microphone array is the ability to walk away from the panel. So if a teacher is moving about the room but still recording a lesson, his or her voice is going to be picked up crystal clear here. I'm connected on Teams right now to my colleague, Catherine, and we're gonna talk to her in just a minute, and you're gonna see how powerful this microphone array is. So as I said, I've got my colleague, Catherine, on the other end of a Teams call right now, and we're connected via the panel. So she's hearing me through the microphone array. As I walk away with my back to the microphone array, talking in a normal tone of voice, Catherine's able to hear me as if I'm standing at the panel. Catherine, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Bobby. You sound great. Loud and clear.
Awesome. One of the great new features coming to the entire 6000S family through an update to IQ is the NFC card sign-in capability. You've had the ability to sign into our panels for a while now, but this makes it just a little bit easier for a teacher to sign in very quickly, securely access their settings within IQ. It's as simple as tapping the card to the board, entering your PIN, and pressing next. So now, as you can see, I have access to some things that I've been using on my panel. Those settings that I have set up, the favorites, the apps that I use most often are now here. The files that I've been using recently show up. So it's very, very easy now to quickly and securely sign in to the panel using your smart NFC card. Another great new feature in the whiteboard within our IQ embedded Android experience is the collaborative whiteboard. So now, not only can I share this whiteboard with my students, but I can collaborate with my students, and they can collaborate with each other in real time. So up here in the share button, I now have the ability to switch not only between teacher and student pacing, but I also can turn on this option for everyone to be able to edit. I've already got 2 students in my class, Catherine and Paul. So my students are already contributing. I can see that they've said that both of these animals have tails. Reptiles lay eggs, very good contributions. And as the teacher, I can come in and say, oh my goodness, this is great. On their devices, they're seeing that contribution from me. And if I go, you know what? Not all mammals have tails. That's not a great contribution. I can erase that. On the student devices, they're seeing all of this in real time. I'm seeing in real time what they're contributing to the workspace as well. At Smart, we're committed to continuously making improvements to our products, and part of that is our enhancements to our whiteboard within Smart IQ. Of course, Smart IQ is the embedded Android operating system that exists in both our MX panels and our 6000S panels. One of the really great improvements that we've now made to the panels, the whiteboard within the panels, is the ability to infinitely clone. As the teacher, I've got a drop-down menu now that gives me some different capabilities. So I'm gonna turn Infinite Cloner on for all of these pictures, and in this lesson, you know, my students are coming up, like I said, and they're moving these pictures to different areas. So they may say, you know, there's some desert in the Southwest United States, and there's some forest up here in Canada, and there's some frozen tundra here in Greenland. I'm gonna talk to my students now about ways to make 7. And so a student may come up to the board and say, oh, well, you could make 7 by adding 3 plus 4. And this probably isn't gonna convert really well because I didn't write that plus sign. Oh, wow, look at that. We've got really great convert to text. At the end of a lesson, this gives me some great insight into learning, some great evidence of what my students did during class today. But how do I share this with a parent? How do I share this with one of my administrators? I've got a new share button here as well. So in the share button, I've got the option to save this as a PDF or to save it as a .notebook file, so I can take it to my desktop computer and use it with our notebook desktop software. But I'm gonna choose PDF right now, and you can see that I have a lot of options. I can save it locally, or I've got a flash drive plugged into the panel right now, so I can say, I wanna save it here. When I do that, it exports to PDF, saves it to my flash drive, simply pop that out of my panel, plug it into my computer. I can upload it to Google Classroom or whatever system that I want to use to share that with. All of this new feature in Smart IQ across the MX and 6000S families.